Let us today see how we can get unlimited marigolds in our garden just using seeds. So do watch the video. So the first thing I will do is I will take seed potting containers, small containers with a lot of holes in the bottom. The reason I use these containers is because it becomes very easy to transplant into the bigger pot, the saplings I mean. Now these are the seeds of African marigold that I have with me and I will be planting them today. I've ordered them online, but you can also save your marigold flowers and you can use the seeds from those previous flowers as well. The first thing I'll be using is coco coir along with organic compost and a mixture of garden soil and stones and pebbles. So I'll make a proper mixture. In goes stone, sand and garden soil mixture with compost. The reason we add compost in this mixture of planting seed is because compost makes the soil moist, and obviously the coco coir will also make it moist, so it becomes very easy for the roots of seeds to split and grow in this type of soil mixture. Now once it's ready, I will press it so that there is no air pockets. Now I will plant my marigold seeds in this soil mixture. What I'll do is I'll plant all the seeds at equal distance, so I'll make sure that there is at least a gap of 2 centimeters between two seeds. So I will plant 6 seeds in one pot. Now after I've kept all my seeds, what I will do is I will cover the layer with coco coir. The reason is because coco coir is very light in weight and it will not be a very suffocating environment for the seeds. So the best option would be coco coir, and just a thin layer of coco coir above the seeds that I've planted would then just gently press this soil mixture so that it helps the seeds to settle down. Otherwise what happens is if it's too windy, the coco coir will just move here and there, and so will the seeds. So it's very important to just press it and have no air pockets and help the seeds to basically settle down. So this is the final thing that it looks like. Next is watering. I will water it gently because I have to make sure that this is seeds and not plants. Once I've watered enough, I will wait for the soil to go dry before I water it the next time. One important tip that I want to give over here is I will at least keep these two containers for 10 days to 2 weeks time in shade. I would not keep them in direct sun. Once I see the shoots coming up, the saplings starting to grow, I will then keep these outside in the sun. Till then, they will stay in the shade because that will help these to grow. Now I can also cover this with a thin layer of plastic to keep the environment moist and the seeds will grow faster. Now this is how it will look after 4 weeks of time. These were again grown by me from seeds of African marigold. So now it's the time to remove it from the seed container and to pot them into a bigger pot so that I can have a lot of blooms. So I will divide it gently. Now if you break the roots of marigold in the process of separating these saplings, it's okay. It is not a very soft plant or soft root plant. It will easily forgive you even if you break a few roots, so there is no need to stress about it. Now what I'm trying to show over here is that when do I decide that this plant is ready to pot in the new pot? When the length of this sapling is equal to the length of my hand. That is what I was trying to show over here. If you have a look, it's equal to the length of my hand. This shows that it's good enough to go into a new pot so that it can bloom heavily. Now this container, again the porous soil, my soil always will contain organic compost, cow manure, a little bit of garden soil which has a mixture of sand and pebbles so that it becomes well drained. This is sand, pebbles, stones, garden soil mixture. I'm just trying to show and add some so that the soil becomes well drained soil. Mixing it properly. I've also added bone meal inside this soil because it's a plant that will bloom heavily. I will definitely add bone meal as well. Now I'll just keep 4 of them in this container. I can also keep 1 and have a very big plant, but I just want to have 4 right now in this container because For me, it's more of a bloom than the length of the plant. So I've kept my 4 plants over here. So I'm adding organic compost. Definitely a very good thing to add when it comes to any flowering plant. In goes some cow manure. Again, very, very important ingredient according to me. Helps your plant with a lot of phosphorus, which will give new growth and a lot of blooms to your plant. The reason I'm adding so much of compost and fertilizer at this stage is because if I do all this right now, then there is no need for me to add any solid fertilizer at least for another 2 months, and I can just be relaxed and I can just enjoy the blooms. So I will just add as much as I can while planting these into the new container. Now gently pressing it so that they can settle down in this new house or new place. Now what I'm trying to show is if there is any stem or leaves that are touching the soil, I would just remove it, and also I will snip off the top portion of the plant, because yes, this is a bit painful because they are newly grown, but then this will help your plants to become bushier very faster and the flowers will start coming up very faster. So snipping it from the top part is a good thing. Now this is all ready to go in full sun. The moment you keep them in full sun, they will just thrive. I'll give it some water, and I'll also make sure that the water is going on the leaves so that if there is any dirt on the leaves, it just gets washed away and the leaves and the stems of the plant are also clean. Once I water it properly, I will then keep it in the sun. I've also planted one of them with my tomato plant. The reason I love planting marigold with my vegetable pots is because marigold acts as a pest repellent and also as mosquito and fly repellent. So if you want to plant marigold near your tomatoes or any other vegetables, that would be a very good idea, because it would definitely contribute and help your vegetable plants not to get any pest attack easily. Now these are some of them that I planted couple of weeks ago. These that you see, they are not African marigolds, they are just different types of marigolds that I've planted, but they are around 2 months. Again, the soil is very, very porous, and look at the blooms in such small pot. In every pot I've planted like 4 different colors, as many as possible, and just in the matter of 6 to 8 weeks they just start blooming. So it's not a very long wait. Obviously if you go to nursery and buy straight away, it is easier. Now can you see this flower? What I'm trying to show is I can just break it and I can use this. I'll keep it in a container and I can just keep this container of flowers in full sun, and once they dry up I can just use these dried seeds to plant the next time. Some more marigolds, as you can see, these are all orange in color. They are again 6 to 8 weeks old, but the reason I love a lot of marigold in my garden is for the simple reason that it will just keep mosquitoes away. And have a look over this one. It looks so bushy. The reason it looks so bushy and has a lot of flowers is because the same reason that I snipped it off. And look at the health of the flowers and the plant in such a small container. And this is around 2 months old, and the first time I added fertilizer, as you can see, this whitish thing that you see in the soil, this is bone meal. I recently added some bone meal in this soil mixture, because the moment you add bone meal, you will see the magic. It will start thriving. And apart from that, I haven't added anything from past 2 months, and the result is in front of you. One of the most important thing is full sun for sure. They love full sun. I keep marigold in a place where it receives sun from morning to evening, like whole day sun it receives. As you can see, these are some of my flowers that are kept in direct sun. Petunias, I have roses, just one at the moment, vincas, some marigolds, the ones that I've recently planted, chrysanthemum in full sun. Obviously all of them are in full sun. Now if you have a look, these are calendulas. They are all planted from seeds, and once these are dahlias. Once these all start having a decent growth, I just keep them in full sun. I recently planted dahlias and calendulas from seeds. So I hope you liked this video, and these marigolds that you just saw, they really fascinated you, the color, the texture. And there is a star of the show today, because I want to share something with all of you. The lemons that you see on the screen, because they will be given to my friends and colleagues very soon. So these are the lemons that that I just collected from one of our lemon tree today, and I'll be giving it away soon to my friends. So I was like, let me share it with my viewers, before I just give it away. And that's the tree. So the lemons, it's like lemon day today for me, so I just wanted to share with you guys. So we'll see you soon next time, and take care. Bye bye.